I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game features two quarterbacks who always seem to find themselves in games that come down to the wire. It's Ben Roethlisberger going up against Joe Flacco. With that, let's get you on up to Baltimore as we welcome in our commentary team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he powers his way up past the 30. This Ravens defense solid in week 1 against Buffalo. They held the Bills to just 160 yards and 7 points.
A proud group of defenders in Baltimore. They didn't play up to that standard at all in 2015. Injuries had something to do with that. Terrell Suggs was lost in the season opener last year. He's back now. But C.J. Mosley in the middle, I think he's going to ascend to a big-time level now. I think it's really his defense, and it gives him a chance to be a playmaker in the middle. They were once again playing like a Raven last Sunday.
And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Justin Forsett. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Against Buffalo Sunday, Forsett, he shared carries with Terrence West, and neither are really overly effective. Forsett, 41 yards, West 32.
A tandem of runners, but in Baltimore's system, typically they identify a lead guy, and the other guy spells him. So right now I think they're trying to figure out who's going to take the ball and be that running back. Eventually, one will emerge, and in recent years, it has been Justin Forsett.
And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
On second down, Forsett. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a toss. This is Forsett. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Dumps it off to Forsett. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11th. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Time running out here on the play clock. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. Green with a catch left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. Play clock winding down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Third down and 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go. Black 20. Check.
They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On second down, Flacco to throw. To the right side to Aiken. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He hits West underneath. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now it's Flacco. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stop them on third down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
He's got it to West on the dump-off. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To pass, Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll try and get it with Forsett. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, move!
Flacco here on second down. This one brought in by Aiken. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Flacco. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Steelers. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll come out in the pistol. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 69 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Underneath, he hits for sack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.